What's good, y'all? HB Punching Profit. We have a trade playing out here. Uh, Took a little patience to wait for this, but paying off. Patience pays, and I'll break down the trade after. We do have a new day opening gap that we're probably gravitating towards right here. That would be where we fill it. So my objective isn't to hit that. It's just to know the direction of price and where it's gravitating towards. And then within that context, find a good trade to where I can eat today. So, very nice trade. Hopefully, we get a flush right here. We're on the 5 minute time frame, so I want to make that clear. Usually, I like trading on the 1 minute, but today, very kind of rangy, choppy price action. It's been up, it's been down. So when that happens, I like to get off the 1 minute time frame because a lot of the signals that I would be looking for typically aren't going to be as reliable. Let me take the advanced market structure shift off for now. But if you go on a higher time frame, like the 5 minute, it will clear things up. Not as much noise. Hopefully, we continue to get this flush. Beautiful, beautiful. And we'll break down the trade after. It looks like you'll get that advanced market structure shift.
Order filled.
Bang! There we go, baby. All right. Let's break down the trade. Very nice. And it looks like it will get that candle close below. Okay. Now, I don't really mess with all that on the 5 minute time frame, adding to my position because obviously it's just a different ball game. But let's get into it. Okay, so here we have an inversion, bullish fair value gap overlapped by a bearish one. Now, you can't approach this like the 1 minute time frame unless you have the capital to take a lot of drawdown because on a higher time frame there's going to be bigger moves now. So what do I do for my entry? I'm not going to enter at the beginning of the gap unless I just have the capital, right, to do so. So what I like to do, let me take the inversion off and or let me keep it there and let me look for the GAN box. What I like to do is go on the bearish fair value gap in this case and put my entry at the consequent encroachment of the bearish fair value gap, which was right here. Okay, so if we get our position and we pull this down, we're going to put our stop at the top of the bearish fair value gap, and we're going to aim for the swing low, which was right here, 104 points. You could do more. I'm not always trading on the 5 minutes time frame, so I played it safe. I just aimed for the swing low right here. Like I said, it looks like we're gravitating to close below this new day opening gap, but not trying to be greedy. I'm just trying to find the wave, okay, like a surfer, and ride it. Not the whole way, but get enough of it so I can catch some of the action. So very nice trade. It was about a four to four, and that was it. Like I said, when price action gets very choppy on the 1 minute time frame, jump up to the 5 minute time frame and you can find a very nice clean setup. Okay, and in this case, right, you could still play the advanced market structure shift. I wasn't looking for it though. Okay, it wasn't looking for the advanced market structure shift on the 5 minute. An inversion is good enough for me to find my setup. And let's put the annotations real quick so you can see it. Now there was a nice trade at the 950 1010 macro. I missed out on it though, so I was a little bit bummed about that. But I was able to find a trade within this. We all know it's been very, very bearish, okay, sentiment because of the tariffs by Trump. One higher time frame bearish. Put that first. So it's still very ugly price action on the 1 minute time frame. Your signals aren't like the inversion and advanced market structure shift is not going to be as reliable. When you start seeing that price action is jumping up and down or it's very choppy, jump up to a higher time frame to clear all the noise, and it'll give you a better understanding of what's happening. We get our inversion, okay, on the 5 minute time frame. I'm going to highlight that real quick. We get our inversion. 3. Now the beautiful thing about jumping up on that higher time frame, you're going to get bigger rewards. You just have to learn how to you have to find a way to control your risk when you jump up to, say, the 5 minute from the 1 minute. 3, you do get your advanced market structure shift, even though we weren't particularly looking for it in this scenario, but you do get it. You get a candle close. That could be future reference if you want to add to your position. Okay, maybe you put a stop market right there. I wouldn't do that, but if you get that candle close, maybe get a retracement back into there, you can add to your position. Like I said, it looks like we want to gravitate towards there, that new day opening gap. 4, we're going to put our stop just above the inversion. Okay, now you definitely want to do that when you go up in time frames, right? You go up to the 5 minute time frame. You don't want to put your stop all the way at the swing high. That's way too much on the 5 minute time frame. So you're going to put it just above the inversion, or where the gap ends at the inversion. And then we're going to do our take profit 1-to-1 or more. Okay, this was a fun trade. I like when I go up on time frames because obviously it presents a bigger reward. Now, as long as you control your risk, okay, like I said, you don't put your entry like you would on the 1 minute time frame, right? If this was the 1 minute time frame, right, I'm looking for an entry right there at the beginning of the gap and maybe just above the stop, and I'm looking for a 3-to-1, right, which it worked out in this case. 3-1-1 was very nice. Okay, but what you do, because you're going to have that retracement on the 5 minute time frame, it's going to be a deeper retracement, so you don't want to take all that drawdown. You get your GAN box, mark out consequent encroachment, you put your entry at the consequent encroachment, and let that son of a gun ride. So this is HB, punching profit. If you have any questions, comment down below, like the video, subscribe, peace.